Now, Danny, before you do go, I think it was on Sunday or Monday, Luke, when this man was on there. Sunday night on Press Box. Monday night on Press Box. I
used to do that show.
Did you?
I did.
All right. You used to be a columnist in the Sun as well, didn't you?
I did.
We got sacked from that too.
Both, yeah.
Arsenal's Ethan Nwaneri. Now, this lad is one for the future, but in this instance, he's certainly one for now. He's only 15 years of age. He became the youngest player in Premier League history when he came on as a substitute for Arsenal at the age of 15. So, you took a different stance to the one that many thought you might take when you let loose on talkSPORT.
I'm not convinced it's the best move for a young player. I'm really not. He's obviously a super talent. I think it's probably trying to keep a young superstar happy a little bit, which is what managers do. I get that. But I would be more concerned with sometimes what that can do, because you can elevate a 15, 16, 17-year-old even at times to a position that becomes very difficult for them to cope with mentally, because they're already becoming a superstar. I'd imagine his Insta went up by about 300,000 in a day and things like this now. So although I'm pleased for him and his family, because it's a phenomenal record he's just broken, and hopefully he does go on to great things, I just think it could be something that Arteta maybe with hindsight wouldn't have done.
I mean, do you think so, Dan? I mean, they're 3-0 up against Brentford, and he sticks him on right at the very end for Fabio Vieira, just to give him a couple of minutes on the pitch. I mean, albeit he's 15, but surely I would have thought you'd give Arteta the thumbs up for doing that.
There's not going to be a detriment to his footballing education by being around the top players and going on a pitch at that level. He'll learn a lot, even for a few minutes probably, and do it if you do it more often. But it's more off the field what the impact is, and what he then has to deal with becoming a superstar overnight, becoming famous. I think his Insta went up, didn't it? A couple of 100,000 overnight. He's 15. He's got to go to school. He's got to be around. The jealousy kicks in. People know where he lives. All sorts of things. All sorts of things change overnight. I had it when I was 20 at Liverpool. First game on telly, you play. People know you, and all of a sudden, big changes. No one helps you with it. And I just think that it could have been. He's 15 and a half. It could have been delayed. It could have been waited. If he's that good, he'll get his time. And they must have at least 10 or 15 other players between the age of 16 and 21 at Arsenal who are more ready. I think there's a bit of politics going on. I think Edu has probably made Mikel Arteta very aware that this kid's special. He's a superstar. And I think more often than not, it can cause more problems than it needs to by putting young players. I mean, Simon said, didn't you? Who was the kid who was a superstar?
Bostock.
John Bostock. Yeah, I mean,
John
he fell off
Bostock.
the face. He fell off a cliff. I just think.
Well, look at Harvey Elliott at Liverpool.
Yeah, you're talking about
15,
exceptions rather than the rules. So Michael Owen, about 18, 17,
Fulham.
18. Michael was a superstar. Rooney, 16, 17, I think Rooney was. And they are two great examples. But there's probably, for every one shining light, there's probably 10 or 20 who fall off a cliff. I just think you can give too much too soon and create problems that don't need to be there.
Yeah, I mean, by and large, I think it should be commended, should it not, Simon?
I think there's some sense in what Danny's saying, and there might be some commercial reasons behind it. You're on the cusp of giving a scholarship and pro contract, so there's some value behind that. There's also some protecting value into the fact that if the player were not to sign a contract, which is unfathomable, really. He's not at a small football club, he's at a big football club.
Big one, yeah.
So he's going to be signing a contract with Arsenal either which way. So you're protecting some compensation values in there. I'm not sure there's too much wrong with it, depending upon how the young boy is. They will know what this kid's, and they should. They will know the fabric of this young boy. They will know what he's likely to be as a character. They should have done all the risk analysis about putting someone in. They're going to take him out, going to put him back into the development teams and leave him there for a period of time. But they've given him a feeling and flavour for the first team, and he may be one that comes through quick. I think there's more to be gained than lost. Look, the bottom line is that the age-old adage: if you're old enough, if you're good enough, you're old enough. 15 is an exception. Bostock got the wrong advice and decided to go and sign for Tottenham when he should have stayed with Palace and learnt his career. Yeah. This kid's not going to do the same. This is Crystal Palace and Arsenal at that time were two different entities.
I just think you're asking for him and his family to take on a lot so quickly when there was no point.
Well, it depends how you manage him.
For a minute. Look, doesn't matter how you manage him.
And every case is
nobody
different.
Nobody in the senior, nobody at the hierarchy at Arsenal can know how fame and fortune, well, not fortune.
Well, you're going to find out soon.
Are going to affect a 15-and-a-half-year-old boy in London.
Yeah.
Well,
They can't. I'm sorry. Edu Arteta, anybody. They're living in a different world.
If you know the fabric of this boy's family, and he's come from
Doesn't matter.
hold on, I'm finished. From a solid background, and the kid's got a maturity beyond his 15 and a half years of age, and has got all the composition to play first team football, why not put him in, take him out, manage him from there on in, put him in again later stage? It doesn't matter, Danny. The bottom line is that they think he's ready, and they are professional. They're not professional in their approach. They've just done it.
I'll ask you a simple question. Would you, if you had a 15 and a half,
Depends on the boy. Depends on the boy.
Depends on the lad.
We played Bostock when he was 15.
Yeah.
Right. And he was good enough.
Josie Font got in touch with me at the weekend, Danny. Watch this guy, Lenny Yoro. He's 16. He starts tonight against Toulouse. He's going to play in our back four.
You're 100%. You're at the club every day.
He's played the 90 minutes.
You're at the club every day after 16 when you've left school. He's 15 and a half.
Yeah.
He's a child.
Okay.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.